ban a popular handgun, the Glock. We mean here 1799. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe anyway. Love to hear from you. And leave a comment. Just recently, New Jersey just pushed the idea to the FFLs. They want 10 years of information of all the Glock firearms just sold to civilians. Now, it makes no sense because here in New Jersey, we already have a registry, so they should already have that information. Why bother the FFLs? Then the changeover was, we're not going after all FFLs, just certain ones. Controversy. The real trick of this method is they want to ban the Glock firearm, just like California did, just like Maryland is trying in Delaware. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maine, Illinois. It's all these 13 states. Sanctuary blue states, too. Controlled by the Democratic Party. They control the governors in these blue states and the AGs. These states are always working on some type of ideology here that they have to come up with a solution to be able to ban people from carrying a popular firearm and get rid of it. Just because criminals can be able to make it a fully automatic firearm by putting a switch in it. But the switch is illegal too, by the way. Now, does it make a damn bit of sense? No, it doesn't. But to their eyes, it's a step towards making a dent. If we can make a dent and be able to remove certain firearms, we can get on a roll here. Each state has got their own ideology, their own ideas, their own creativity. It's like a bunch of mad scientists in a lab trying to find a common cure for the cold, while they're making up some type of dangerous viruses that could kill thousands of people. These politicians don't surprise me here. But the whole thing is, we need to sue the manufacturer and to put FFLs out of business. Basically. That's all it is. It's the most popular firearm carried by a lot of people who carrying permits, concealed carrying permits, by the way, and law enforcement. But law enforcement most likely will be exempt in this deal. Most likely. So if we can sue the manufacturer out of business, or just regulate it to such an extent where civilians cannot own this firearm, then we can apply more pressure to FFLs, more pressure to manufacturers to stop the sale or trade or transfer or ownership of certain firearms. Surprise you? Shouldn't. Should. This is something they've been playing a game with for a long time. The method behind all this is to find ways to strip people the right to defend themselves. Politicians are not stupid. They're just totally ignorant. They don't care about rights. They don't care about your freedoms. They care about communist attitude. They care about socialist agendas. I believe these Democrat Party has a master, and that master is growing impatient with them. Why else would they be going so ballistic over these gun laws? Unless they're afraid of the American people. If they're afraid of the American people, then they should be thinking about what they've been doing. But they'd rather play the game. So let's say they were able to somehow put a dent in Glock. Bandits or civilians can't own this firearm. Or in possession. Only law enforcement. But what's next? Oh, we'll go after Smith & Wesson. Or maybe we'll go after Colt. Go after Springfield. Go after Sig Sauer. Go after any, or Beretta, any semi-automatic firearm we can go after. Because they all can be transferred into fully automatic weapons. 400 million people own these firearms, whether it be the rifle or the handgun. You don't see 400 million people out there doing this. It's like you don't see 400 million people going out there and doing mass killings. But they want to ban popular firearms. They want to ban this, they want to ban that. Then they got so damn stupid or so crazy that now they made antique firearms assault weapons. And what they did that for was public sympathy. Dangers, threat, firearms. They're a public nuisance, they're a threat. Democrats come up with this other idea that we don't want firearms to be mailed to the post office or the postal service. Well, how are FFLs will set these things to the manufacturer for service, repair work, and ship them back to the FFLs or products to the FFLs to sell on the market, legally, of course. Democrats come up with all kinds of games. And some of their anti-gun rallies are also on part of this mess too. You can't make this stuff up. If they're successful with one firearm, they're going to be successful with the rest of them. Which will leave you down with lever-action rifles and bolt-action rifles and revolvers. And don't be surprised if they eventually find a way to deny them out too. It's all done by design. Nothing to do about public safety, not about public nuisance, not about the public bullshit, because they know damn right well criminals are going to have firearms. But you obey the law, you have a right to carry, but you find yourself in a situation, you or your family or friends, and you left your firearm because of this fucking crazy politician's laws, you get injured or killed, you will not see a politician admit to it. Period. You won't. But don't worry about that illegal who may have a track record 10 miles long that they just, instead of letting ICE pick them up, put them back on the street again. Can't make this stuff up. So when they're worried about the Glock firearm and the switch in it, knowing it's all illegal, they're not really going after the problem. What they're trying to do is do a workaround to ban this firearm. That's all they're trying to do. And do it for your possession as well. And if you use this, the only firearm you have that you carry, you may not be allowed to carry it no more because of the government overreach, or Democratic overreach, we'll say. These politicians are what they are. You can't make this stuff up. If they can get away with 6 hours, Or let's say they can come away to get away with the Glock. They go after a 6 Hour. Remember, there was a big issue with 6 Hour there for a while. New Jersey might try, or Connecticut, or California, or New York, or whatever, all band together. We're going to put 6 Hour out of cinema business, or make it illegal for citizens to own any firearm. Only military and law enforcement. Wouldn't surprise me. Or Smith & Wesson. Or Springfield. Or Beretta. Or Colt. Or just ban all semi-automatic firearms out of civilians' hands, and only allow you to have lever action rifles and handgun revolvers. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. Nothing surprises me here. Democrats want power. They're under a lot of pressure to disarm us. Someone above them is pressuring them. Can't make this stuff up. So by trying to find ways to do this, each state's coming up with their own little ideas. But when you put them in a room together, they're like little mad scientists. They're always trying up with some way to be able to enact something. By accident or whatever, to sue a manufacturer out of business, work around the Supreme Court, work around the Constitution, screw you, the American people. Nothing surprises me. It shouldn't surprise you neither. You guys stay on top of this. Write your senators, write your congressmen. Support those who support your rights, because, like I said before, these politicians are dirty. 100% dirty. Their goal is not to honor or represent the Constitution or uphold its laws. Their aim is to literally remove it. They have a whole history of lies. And if you haven't been watching what they've been doing, shame on you. But you can also watch social media too, because they spread their propaganda lies along with them. Try to misinform, use manipulation to try to change people's ideas through fear and intimidation. Like I said, can't make this stuff up. They're after Glock big time. It's not about a switch, because any firearm can have some type of modification to make it fully automatic. Period. So what's the deal? Like I said before, you take care of yourselves. Don't be afraid to train. And we'll catch you around the next one. Take care.